हेलो गाइस, मेरा नाम है सोनू and welcome back to my channel Opinions Uncensored. Today we are going to talk about an issue that people are not talking about but it is of grave concern, that is premature sexualization in children. Why I decided to take up this topic is because in August 2020 this year, Netflix released the poster of a French film called Cuties. I cannot pronounce the original name of the movie, but it is a festival film which won massive awards in the Sundance Film Festival. Highly acclaimed movie, and the poster that Netflix released was a problematic one because it showcased some 11-year-old girls in a sexualized way. The movie focuses on the issue of child sexualization, premature sexualization among children, and people did not pay attention to the issue that the movie focuses, but bashed the movie only because of the poster. What people were referring to was premature sexualization, and the film focuses on that itself. That is why I decided to take up this issue. The premature sexualization in children occurs in two ways: direct sexualization and indirect sexualization. Direct sexualization occurs when children are dressed or posed in a way so as to attract attention to the adult sexual features which they yet do not possess. And indirect sexualization occurs when they are involuntarily exposed to adult sexual images which are catered to adults. Now, there is a very big difference between sexualization and sexuality, and we need to understand that. According to the APA Task Force on Girl Sexualization, which published a report on September 2007, the report was published by the American Psychology Association. They said that sexualization has to do with when someone or sometimes oneself is treated as an object with sexual desires, merely a thing rather than a person with legitimate sexual feelings. This is problematic because when a person is sexualized, its primary value is reduced to just the mere sex appeal, which is often equated with physical attractiveness. This is problematic in young adolescents who are just beginning to develop their sense of themselves as sexual beings.
Say because nakedness and nudity is fine, it's completely normal. But what we seem to do is we seem to put sex and sexuality onto the naked body the whole time in every part of the media and in all adverts. And
let's get to the reasons why premature sexualization is happening in these young children. When I say children, I'm talking about the age group from 7 to 13-year-olds. This is the age group that we need to target. So the first and foremost reason, all of you know, is because the easy access to pornography. It is very easy to find porn online today. Every site, you just have to log on to Google and type some porn stuff and you'll find many sites listed there. It is much more difficult to find some relative information regarding your college or your school, but it is very easy to find pornography online. And children are exposed to this pornography. When a teacher in Lincolnshire was asked that how many of their students have accessed porn online, she said that 95% of her students, they were 7-year-olds, had accessed porn online. This is not acceptable. The second reason is the psychological reasons. Today we have created a bubble around ourselves that having sex is an accomplishment, that losing your virginity is a race. That's not it. And it shouldn't be. This is really a grave concern among young children, that they are said that losing your virginity is a race, because of which they want to have their first sexual experience as early as possible. Now let's get to social media. Another very big reason. The recently released Netflix documentary, The Social Dilemma, has opened everyone's eyes, in a sense that it told us what social media does to our brain. When you use social media, you're not the consumer, but you're the product. And there is no limit as to what you see on social media. When children log on to these social sites, they say their favorite TV stars, film stars, posting pictures that are catered to adults. But there is no clarification on these pictures. And when these children see these photos, their mind gets affected. They are yet to understand the glamour around them, the glamour around film stars that they see. Their mind does not possess those things that they are seeing. So the social media is again a very big reason of premature sexualization among children. Also, the lack of communication between an adult parent or an elder sibling and a younger sibling, that also is one of the main reason, because when there is a lack of communication, you are afraid to talk about these issues with your parents or adult, and you refer to your friends who are just same as your age group. So they won't be able to give you a proper advice, they won't be able to give you a sane advice. So that is also one of the very big reasons why we see a massive increase in this particular issue. Now, I talked about social media, so let me take up a case about the short video apps which are very famous nowadays. TikTok, now we have the Indian apps MX Takatak and Josh. There was also an app in 2018, Kwai. It was famous before TikTok. What Kwai did was similarly same as what you could do on TikTok as well. Make short video apps and post it online. There you could see a huge number of young audience, children who were barely 7-year-olds. These young girls posted videos, lip syncing dialogues that they did not understand, or doing dances on some double meaning Haryanvi or Bhojpuri songs. They did not do those things themselves. They were asked to do them by some kind of adult who posted these videos and garnered millions and millions of views. When you go on the comment section of these videos, you'll find what you find in every Indian comment section. You find, pervert messages. You find that people leave their phone numbers in these comment sections. What happens is that leads to some kind of sexual harassment or sexual abuse. There are many cases in UP and Haryana which have been traced back to these kind of apps. These kind of apps are today a breeding ground, a grooming ground for children to be processed into pornography. These are not my words, but Nitish Chandan, a project manager in Cyber Peace Foundation, which works in Delhi. It works in cases, the child pornography cases in India. He said that these apps are breeding ground for children to be sent into pornography.
I think it's becoming more kind of embedded in society. So if you think about a child who grew up 20 years ago, they might have hit this kind of thing in their teenage years. Now they hit it at age 6 or 7. So the way they're entering their teenage years, there's already a foundation there for a whole lot of anxiety that wasn't there in the past. So in a sense, there's very little space now for children to just be themselves and be comfortable being themselves. There's a sense that the eyes of the world are on them very early.
So guys, because this was an important issue, a very sensitive issue, we decided to break this video into 2 parts so as to explain you properly whatever I could understand, whatever I could gather from this particular topic. So this was the end of part 1. If you felt that this was an important issue that we need to talk about, please like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to my channel. We'll keep bringing you videos of such topics, of such issues that need to be talked about, that need to be pondered upon. Thank you for watching this video. Until next time.
छोड़ो मेहंदी खड़क संभालो, खुद ही अपना चीर बचा लो, धुत बिछाए बैठ शकुनी, मस्तक सब बिक जाएंगे, सुनो द्रौपदी शस्त्र उठा लो, अब गोविंद ना आएंगे।